Not going to waste your time. This is going to be a step-by-step guide on how to exercise properly. These are the things that I did when I first started, and I'm just going to get right into it, okay? One of the first things you want to do is establish some kind of long-term goals. Ideally, you would write this down. That's what I did. I know a lot of people will say, be specific, give yourself a deadline, but these are going to be goals that you have for yourself. Remind yourself of the things that you want. Write them down. I remember I wrote them down. I had a little journal I was using at the time. And right on the opening flap of the notebook, I just wrote down all my goals. Some of them changed over time, but for the most part, I try to stick to everything I do is a step toward accomplishing each of those goals. All right. That's the pre-step. Step one is going to be go to the gym with a plan. You don't want to be one of those people who just goes to the gym, does a couple sets, maybe does a little bit of the cardio machines. I've seen one guy in the gym. He has like a Hulk Hogan dyed mustache. He's an Indian guy like me, but he has like that Hulk Hogan stash. And I know it's a Hulk Hogan stash because bro always has a Hulk Hogan sweater or shirt on. And, you know, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but whenever I see him, I can guy go to the gym with a plan. I see him picking up like an 80-pound, trying to do like bicep curls, but like he won't even go all the way up. He'll be like his whole body, be a half swing, whole body, other swing. He might even do like odd number reps or something. He then puts it back, then walks away, goes somewhere else. You don't want to be that guy, okay? You have goals. You're going to the gym to accomplish those goals. And in order to accomplish your goal, you need some kind of plan. It can be a workout plan. And if you are going to have a workout plan, really try and stick to it for at least 6 months to a year. Don't be one of those people who changes their plans every other week because they saw something new or cool. Consistency is the key. Boring gets you results, okay? Step two, try your best. You know what? No. Do your best to exercise 7 days a week. If you look at the literature and the research, you can absolutely build muscle going to the gym 3 days a week. But I really believe that you can build muscle going to the gym once a week. Honestly, just once a week, you'll be fine. The reason why I recommend is exercise of some kind for 7 days a week is because exercise is a lot more broad. I'm not saying be in the gym 7 days a week, but you can if you want to, of course. There's more that you can do in the gym other than weightlifting alone. Exercise includes a bunch of things. One of those things, like I said, is the gym, but maybe you want to go stretch for a little bit. Maybe you want to go to a yoga class in your gym. My gym offers like a bunch of like these HIIT classes, body combat, yoga. It's a bunch of like those group classes that are completely free. I don't go to them. But another thing you can do is like hiking. You want to go on a hike with some friends. Something that I also did was rock climbing a few times, and then also included in that is like some kind of outdoor workout. Maybe go for a run. Maybe do some calisthenics outdoors. There's a calisthenics park near my home too, and I also have this other park I go to that has like a nice like tree where I can hang my gymnastics rings on. And it's really nice because like this tree branch is like, completely like level, like parallel to the ground. So it's not like one ring will be significantly higher than the other. It's like really nice. So I try and do that too. Maybe it can also be a sport. Maybe some people also like to play recreational sports like soccer or basketball. Do all that. All these exercises should be supplemental to what you already do in the gym. So let's say you're not going to the gym on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Do one of these things. And the last thing I would recommend is also some kind of deep breathing. Because I have worked in like a cardiac rehab or worked with patients after they've had some kind of cardiac procedure or they had like a bit of their lung removed, they typically have to use an inspiratory spirometer. And listen, those people will tell you that taking a deep breath in is painful, It's exercise for them. Because we make sure that they hit volumes every single time we see them. They have to keep increasing and increasing until they hit a certain amount. So that is exercise. The way I do that personally is through my meditation. I try and do about 20 minutes a day, and then I also do meditative sleep, which is basically just meditating as I'm trying to fall asleep. So really there are a lot of options for you when it comes to the types of exercises you can do 7 days a week. And I think this is very realistic for everyone. Everyone can absolutely exercise 7 days a week. It doesn't have to be the gym. If you wanted to, I mean, there's a bit of controversy lately about whether or not, rest days are important. And, they are, but they also aren't, Unless you're on like a crazy amount of drugs, you can absolutely just build muscle. So it's not really. And, maybe you are one of those people who wants to go to the gym 7 days a week, but you're afraid that, maybe if you don't take a rest day, you're not going to see the best gains. Look, if you look at the research, there is a lot that says that having a rest day is beneficial for you when it comes to making gains, but those results are marginal. There is a minimal detectable change, but is it clinically significant? Is that really going to make a difference in your personal gains you would personally notice? I don't think so. I think you'll be fine going to the gym 7 days a week doing strength training. So much research that says doing multiple days a week for a specific body part actually helps more. If you have your diet dialed in and you track your sleep, make sure you get enough sleep. Everyone talks about the importance of taking an entire day to rest from the gym, but no one talks about how the daily rest you always get in your sleep. No one tries to optimize that. But if you are one of those people who wants to go to the gym 7 days a week, I highly recommend you make sure your diet is on point. And maybe you also want to start tracking your sleep. I track my sleep with my Oura Ring, but maybe you should really start that too. I would recommend that. Step 3, track your progress. One of my mentors loves to say it. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. And he's always hounding us about filling out our tracking sheets, making sure that we log everything, we fill out our relevant data. Because how are we supposed to progress ourselves if we don't have any information? How are you supposed to know if you're getting stronger? Maybe you feel stronger. Maybe your weight's going up on your bench, but maybe the reps go down. Maybe, on average, your 1RM starts to slowly go down, even though the amount of weight you're putting on increases. How would you know? You have to track. One way you can do it, well, the best way I think you can do it is by tracking each of your workouts in an app. I use an app called Strong. Basically estimates your 1RM based on the number of reps and weight you did, which is really helpful for me. It basically keeps me balanced when I'm like on a cut. Am I losing strength? And there's a lot of research that says strength is very much correlated to muscle mass. So if you're losing strength, you're probably losing a little bit of muscle on your cut. That's always going to happen, but try and keep that to a minimum, okay? Another way you can do it is by progress photos. One of the best ways you're going to see a difference yourself is by having that baseline progress picture and then maybe an updated one that you just took. Look at today and look at how you looked back then, and you're able to actually see that you're making progress. This is going to be a huge motivator for you because you're not going to want to be that person again. So you're also going to want to keep going. It also makes it so that you're grateful for yourself. We have a lot of, I think a lot of people have some negative thoughts that they have about themselves. Those thoughts tend to go away when you see how much progress you make. Those thoughts tend to be silenced when you have some kind of undeniable fact that you have accomplished something, that you are someone who puts in the work and is capable of getting the results, okay? Track your progress. This is going to be good for your mental health, but also going to keep you exercising properly. I know that I tried to keep this as general as I could. If you have any more specific issues that you think relate to your situation, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'll do my best to try and respond. I hope that this was good enough for you. I know I kept it general, but this is how I basically first started when I went to the gym. And this should be good enough to help you get started on your journey as well. All right? Good luck.